The Burden of Glory, a devotional for the season of Lent, produced by Northside Church. Monday, March 9th. Our scripture passage today comes from Matthew 25, verses 35, 38, and 40.
I was a stranger, and you invited me in. When did we see you a stranger and invite you in? The king will reply, Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me.
The third dark situation that Jesus calls us to step into as we bear the burden of glory is that of the stranger. The stranger is the outsider, the one that doesn't fit, the one that doesn't belong because they are not from here. The Greek word here is xenos, and it can also be translated as foreigner or immigrant. It's also where we get the word xenophobia. It's impossible to reflect on these words of Jesus without also thinking about the immigration situation here in our own country right now. And it appears this issue has become the latest in a long line of issues that threaten to divide the church, pitting disciple against disciple. Immigration is a serious and complicated issue that impacts any number of other facets of this nation, including security, law enforcement, and the economy. I know smart and loving people on all sides of the issue, all of whom care deeply about human beings and human dignity. Our reflection this week, however, is not about immigration policy in the United States. Much like with the situations we've discussed already, hunger and thirst, Jesus has not called the church or his disciples to solve the larger systemic issue of immigration in this country or anywhere else for that matter. Whatever our position on such matters may be, it's important to remember that the church was here long before any national borders were, and the church will be here still when those borders have eroded away, as they always do. But as the community of Jesus' disciples, the church herself has no borders. That's because our identity as disciples is not about borders or who's pinned in and who's left out. Rather, our identity arises from the center, the very heart of who we are, Jesus Christ. And Jesus commands us to invite in the stranger, the foreigner, and the immigrant, to welcome and care for the one who is right in front of us and in our community. Again, Jesus lists no exceptions and no conditions. He doesn't recognize qualifiers. All Jesus wants to know is if we invited in this human being, this creation of God, who we see and who is in need. Jesus isn't asking us to change the world or to fix the system. He's commanding us to build relationships with the people we see, because that's how we build relationship with him. Yes, this includes the immigrant and the foreigner, but it also includes the man standing alone on the street corner and the woman sitting at the end of the pew who has no one to share her hymnal with. Who are the strangers in our city, in our community, in our very own church? Are we ready to take on this burden of glory, Northside Church?